We know Five Finger Death Punch is currently in the studio working on their 9th record. We're told it's going great, and the band just had their 4th single from their last record go #1 on mainstream rock radio. Their single Darkness Settles In, which is the band's 12th #1 single. Now, in the midst of all of that, the band's guitarist Zoltan Bathory, who is somewhat of a rock and roll Tony Stark, competed in the International Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu Federation Championship over the weekend. This is the federation and the main international body governing everything related to Jiu-Jitsu. This annual championship is one of the most prestigious events related to Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Zoltan himself actually competed in the National BJJ Championship, and he placed in 2nd, fighting in the super heavyweight black belt Masters division. And if you're familiar with Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, you know they don't hand out black belts. The competitors in the super heavyweight division weigh between 208 pounds to 222 pounds. He got 2nd place in that division. Remember, everyone he's fighting has a black belt. The average jiu-jitsu black belt takes about a decade to attain with full dedication. Zoltan got silver, and he obviously won the semifinal before unfortunately losing to a 5-time world champion. So a silver medal and a 2nd place finish is obviously nothing to shake a stick at for a rock star working as a full-time musician. Zoltan has been kind enough to break down the fight for those of us who are not experts in the area of BJJ, so check it out.
So this is my 2nd fight. This is in the semifinals against Gilberto Monroy. This is absolute category. So watch what happens here. I step in here to bait him, and as he initiates the leg sweep, the Dashihari, I transfer weight to my other foot. Then I turn my hip and I kick back, almost like an Uchimata, but halfway, while I'm pulling on his left arm and torquing him. That's why he falls. Now Gilberto can feel this, so that's why he's pushing his hip backwards and trying to keep his balance. We were out of bounds, so this is the reset here. Here are a couple of more Uchimata attempts. He's a serious competitor, a heavyweight with a really good balance, so it was quite an effort to drag him around. Now here he dives in for a single leg takedown, but I'm not sure he realized I was holding his collar behind his neck. And by pulling that upward, basically, I could stop his takedown effort. Then I passed his half guard into side control, and basically I won the semifinals.
This is Zoltan's first time back competing in 8 years because he's been touring full-time with Five Finger Death Punch. He says he's been training hard and even makes time to train before every show when he's on the road, and many of the band's security are actually high-level black belts as well. Zoltan trains under 5th degree black belt Mika Sipoli and 7th degree jiu-jitsu master Hoyler Gracie. Zoltan's a double black belt, and he also has a black belt in judo. And despite being a famous musician, Zoltan actually trains with the general population when he does his training, so he's not getting any handouts. As we mentioned earlier, the band is currently in the studio working on their 9th record. Things are going great, and they just had their 4th single from their previous record. This single, Darkness Settles In, is now #1 on mainstream rock radio, marking their 12th #1 single. That's all for now. For the latest news and updates, be sure to subscribe to Rock Feed with notifications on.